What's up, you guys? John MacLennan here. Welcome to Inside the Solo, Episode 3. Today's episode is on a song called The Wind Cries Mary by Jimi Hendrix, released in 1967. I'm going to break it all down and give you an analysis of this solo. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. Let's check it out. Here's the solo. So right out the gate, we've got some classic Hendrix style licks here. He uses a lot of what we call double stops, which is where you hold down two notes at a time. Check out this first lick. Okay, I'll just take that much. So what you want to do is you want to start out with your first finger on the 13th fret, and you're going to go. So I've got my first finger here. I'm going to cover two strings, the first and the second strings, and then I'm going to hammer with my third finger on the second string to the 15th fret. So, and there's kind of a quick fall off. Then you do the same kind of lick lower on the neck. Okay, so that is now relocating your first finger to the 8th fret, and you're going to play those two notes. Then you're going to put your third finger down on the 10th fret, second string, then take it off. So I've got... Now it's important when you put your third finger down to keep it on its tip so the note underneath it stays ringing. You don't want to cut it off. Then your third finger is going to go on the 10th fret, third string, then back to the 8th fret, double stop. So I've got... My picking hand is doing all downstrokes. So I've got those two licks together. So good. Okay, next lick. Same thing, double stops here with your first finger, holding down the 8th fret, do a hammer, pull off. So that's the same move we did before. This time you're going to hammer and pull off. And then you play the 10th fret, third string. So that is another pentatonic lick, lots of pentatonicism in this solo. You're going to take your third finger, 4th string, 10th fret, slide up a whole step, then you go to the 3rd string, 10, 12, and then a hammer. And then you do this little fall off where you just... You're holding the note, and then you do a little pull-off, but you don't repluck the note, so it's kind of just a little nuance. See that? All right, let's keep going. Next lick. Okay, so it's pretty much the same kind of thing. You go back up to the 13th fret. Do those same two licks again. So now we've got... So sliding into 12 on the 4th string, then 10, 12, gets a little hammer on there. So slide, hammer, and then back to 10. So lots of vibrato too on the notes. Da, da, da. Then you go. So that would be hammering on the 3rd string, 10 to 12. Then up 1 string, 10 to 12. Then 10 on the 3rd string. Okay, then we go back up again to that same lick. So this is the 3rd time we've basically done the same thing. And then this time you're just going to slide on the 4th string to the 12th fret. 12 or 10, 12. Okay, so slide into the 12th fret, 4th string. Hammer, 3rd string, 10 to 12. And then hammer 10 to 12 on the 4th string. So you get this little sequence. Now the chords, we should talk about the chords that are happening at this moment. And it's basically 3 times through this chord progression. F, E flat, B flat, A flat. And over that you got this whole solo. Okay, now after the 3rd time, which is where we are right now, here's the 3rd time. Then what happens is we're on that A flat chord, and we drop down a half step. Very satisfying chord progression. You land on that G chord there, and you go up in minor thirds, which means 3 frets. So you're going to go. Finally resolve to F. So that's a really cool chord progression. You go from the A flat. Now when you drop down to that G, the solo goes like this. Okay, so what happens is you take that same idea of the double stops on the 13th fret and you go up 2 frets. Now I just want to make a point real quick. When you're on this double stop on the 13th fret, I associate it with this F chord here, which is like your typical Hendrix kind of F chord. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to have that riff right off the chord. So if you think about that as just a riff off a chord, you don't really have to think about the scale or you know, what the theory is necessarily behind it. You can just play off of the shape, which allows you to follow the chords and have to think less and just play, which I dig. So if we apply that concept, the chord actually goes up to G, and what Hendrix does is the same lick. He just moves it up. Oh, so good. Okay, so then you do that on the 15th fret. And that's then moving down to the 10th fret, which would be kind of, I think, about this chord, G. So that's the lick down there. 3rd string, 12th fret, and then end with 2 hammer-ons with the double stop. Again, all downstrokes, and you could kind of hear there's like an interesting thing going on with his playing a lot, where he gets sort of these pinch harmonics. Just by kind of, I think, choking up on the pick a little bit. It's an amazing sound. Okay, now we move, like I said, in minor thirds. So if we're on a G chord, we're going to go up to the up 3 frets to the B flat chord. And Hendrix actually just plays a chord and does like a typical Hendrix embellishment on it. Check it out. So that's what that sounds like to me. So using this thumb chord, I'll spell the whole chord out for you. Thumb is on the 6th fret, 6th string. Then I go down from there. 4th string, 8th fret, 3rd string, 7th fret, and 2nd and 1st string, 6th fret. Muting the 5th string. Classic Hendrix thumb chord. And then, the beautiful thing about playing in this Hendrix style is when you use your thumb, now your pinky's free and he's able to embellish the chord like this. So, if I play that chord like this, as a typical bar chord, I'm tapped out, all my fingers are used. So this is one of the secrets to getting Hendrix's sound. Okay, and then I'm going to take my 3rd finger off and hammer to the 3rd string, 7th, hammering to 8th. So it makes it a B flat sus chord. And then you go, he kind of just hits that one note, all on downstrokes. Right here. It's kind of a pull off on the last one too. All right, and then we take us out with these. Oh, we got actually, before we go to the last lick, we go to the D flat chord. So again, our chord progression is going up in minor thirds. Now we get this D flat chord, which, man, I always wonder like where Hendrix got these harmonic ideas, because to me it sounds almost like more jazz influenced. Okay, now when we hit that D flat, he just plays like a real down-homey blues kind of lick. Now listen to the pinch harmonic on the 2nd note. Here we go. Hear that? So what that is bending on the 2nd string, 12th fret, whole step. And then he kind of holds it, and on that 2nd one you get the little pinch harmonic. And then you pull off, or release a note down, play 9th fret. And then you bend on the 11th fret, 3rd string, whole step, 9/9 on the 2nd, then 1st string. So again, a double stop, classic blues move, like that. And then after this, you go back to the note on the 3rd string, bend it up a whole step, and then play the 9th fret, 3rd string. So the whole lick is... And then we get into the last lick, which the chord progression is like we built all this energy up. And then it's sort of like a release here. Oh, we're landed back in the key of F, because who knows? I mean, that chord progression was taking us on a journey there. And then he kind of goes back to how he started. Because you're on the F chord, here's a double stop lick over the F. Just like we did on the first lick. It's kind of short. And then here's sort of a continuation of that lick, winding it down. You play again, another double stop, 12th fret, 3rd string, 13th fret, 2nd string. And you play those two together, and then you add your 3rd finger on the 14th fret, 3rd string. So it's... and then back to 12, so... Then you add your 3rd finger on the 4th string, 15th fret. Back to these two notes. And then it's again, so... There's kind of an open string in there. And then the last lick. Alright, last lick. You, again, more double stops, this time on the lower strings, 4th string and 3rd string, 10th fret. Then put your 3rd finger down to the 14th fret, or sorry, 12th fret, 4th string. And then you go down 1 string and you got these 2 double stops on the 10th fret. And then you walk back. 12 on the 4th string, 10 on the 4th string, so. And then you play these 2 notes. 13, 12, which again is outlining this Hendrix chord shape. So to me, it's all just based off his shapes, you know. And you could use your 3rd finger or you could use your pinky. So all over that F, the last lick is. Then he just does a little slide down. And you're back into the last verse. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this lesson helped you out, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit the like button. It really helps me out. And share this video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Let me know in the comments what your favorite part of the solo is, what videos you'd like to see in the future, if there's certain solos. You may have seen some of my other Hendrix videos that are out there. I've done a lot of them, so be sure to check those out. All right, I'm John MacLennan, and we'll see you in the next episode.